Robyn.
Hi.
Welcome.
How are you, Alex?
I'm great. What about yourself?
Good, thank you. Wonderful.
Awesome. So, everyone, this is Robyn Adair, and Robyn's from Real Estate Strategic Solutions. And Robyn's topic for today is on contributing to positive business growth. And what a topic that right now is a case point, keeping our business going during COVID-19. So, Robyn, you started your career in real estate as a property manager, and since then you began purchasing companies, buying and selling agencies, and with sales and rentals in excess of 1,000 properties. Tell us a little bit about what empowering leadership means to you.
Thanks, Alex. I guess empowering leadership is to develop, to locate, to build and to develop amazing people around you, achieving things together and celebrating together.
Yeah, that's really important, isn't it? Celebrating together. Because again, it brings it back to we're human. It's cool. We can sort of do that.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Awesome. And you've also grown, and you mentioned that you've grown and you've a department to 500 properties. That sounds like a lot of people, right? What does it take to bring all of those people together to influence them, but also influence each other?
Yeah, well, we had the last department. We've had a number of departments. That was the first one. But the last one was in excess, as you said, of 1,000. And I've had up to 4 real estate companies at the one time. It's been an exciting journey. The probably biggest thing I did take out of it is share your energy with people.
Wow.
And sometimes it is tough, but share the energy, share the journey of where you would like things to go. Don't move too fast, because not everyone's moving at the same Robyn pace.
Yeah.
And we know what that's like. Many people do. But I would always think and plan ahead. Don't move too fast, but make sure that you're sharing the journey over the way. Be inclusive and collaborate. So many leaders I go and see, they're afraid of telling their teams things. They're afraid of sharing their vision and how we're going to circumnavigate this and what we're going to find along the way. Share those journeys, listen. And if you do that, people will go, yeah, you know what? I feel good about this, and I'm going to share this vision with you too, Rob, and we're going to do something amazing. And I think that's basically how I've always gone.
I love that. And you know what? You said you shared some really great points right there. Firstly, it's not everyone goes as fast as Robyn or anyone else, really, any leader out there. And to be aware of that and to know that and to appreciate and respect that, I think is really key, because that is what builds the trust and the connection with our people, in that they know that you get them. And that there's not this expectation that just because you're as their manager, as their boss, as whatever it is they call you, just because you're going at that pace, it doesn't mean that they've got to follow. You've allowed them to be, and you've allowed them to be themselves. And I think that's key. And this is why you've been so successful in your career, Robyn. And I love too that you said about energy, tell me a little bit about that. What do you mean by that?
Energy is just being up. We all have different channels, and that's what one of my mentors, Dr. Fred Gross, always talks about. What channel are you on today? And I use this every single day, whether it's with my children, whether it's with teams. I had a discussion with a business owner about that the other day. People are sometimes, at the moment, it's tough, especially in Victoria. It's absolutely tough. And I go into companies every day along Zoom, and we have a great time. I get in with the people, with the owners, and we go, right, I know it's tough. I feel it. But let's just talk about what we can achieve, and and just make sure that we're really passionate about the business and where we're going to head. In order to be a leader, you have to sometimes be the captain. You need to, but you also your mates need to know around you, your people around you need to know that you've got this covered. in the worst case scenario, the leader, they trust the leader. And I've worked with so many amazing leaders in real estate as well that, you know I trust them. When it hits the fan, I know they'll have it covered. I know they will be thinking that far ahead. And
Wow.
they
Yeah.
do that with everyone all the time. But I trust that they will share that when the time is right. I trust that they will be open to discuss how I'm feeling. And that's really important, because everyone is got their own insecurities, their own things going on in their own life. And just making sure that everyone is, we understand where they're at. Well,
Yes.
this is collaboratively what we want to do. We would often have breakaway teams and go, right, guys, who would like to work on this project? And who would like to come back and share how they've gone with this project? And people will put their hands up, even though that may not be their experience, but they feel better having a little piece of the pie along the way.
I love that. Wow. Do you know what I'm hearing? And I see a couple of questions in the chat, and I've got your questions, guys, so I'll come to them and share them with Robyn. But what I'm hearing, Robyn, is that you've created this incredible environment, this culture of trust. And you trust not only yourself, because to trust someone, we've got to trust ourselves first, right? It's a reflective thing, end of story. The thing is, you've created this incredible culture of trust where you're allowing your people the space to be innovative, to bring their ideas to the table and to just go with it, which is why you're so successful. You're not this micromanagement, you don't micromanage everything they do. You've set your standards and expectations from the get-go. Everybody is clear on the outcome and where they're headed in terms of their trajectory and what they're on. So they're just going with it. And you've just done this so beautifully.
It's funny you say, micromanage. Yeah, I can micromanage sometimes. And people will laugh and they'll go, yeah, yep, she can, because I am very much into the detail. And that's fine. And when I have to be, I'll be into the detail. And some people find that challenging in itself. But what the biggest thing for me has always been, and we'd have a bit of fun along the way, and I used to say to my teams that people are getting sent to me all the time. They're just coming. These amazing people, like you said to me the other day, people find it hard to find the right people for their organisations. And I find that people get sent to me. I used to say to people, we used to laugh, and they used to think I was always mad, and they still do. And they used to go, Robyn, you're not that spiritual. What's going on? I don't know. I was at Coles one day, which is probably a really unusual thing for me, because everyone that knows me knows that that's not my thing. But I did go to Coles, and I met this lovely girl at the checkout, and I saw her mind, and I saw what she was doing, and she was bang, 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 and I got talking to her. I said, so what do you do other than this? Do you do anything else? She was actually, I'm just finishing a degree in PR. I'm right. Talked to her about a few bits and pieces about politics, just quickly, had a bit of a chat of what was going on. I thought to myself, I like this girl. She's smart. And I said to her, here's my card. Could you please send me your resume?
Oh,
and
wow.
the lady behind her just nearly died. She's like, oh my God. I said, no, you know what? And I ended up hiring her.
Well done.
She was one of my best team members, and she's a lovely girl. And everyone laughed because they were like, Robyn, how do you go and do something like that? How do you find someone at such a strange place? Because you've got to look for what's in within. So I can teach skills. I can get people to teach skills, but I can't get people to teach what's passion, what's in their heart. And I think, always look for someone that has a skill that maybe you don't have.
I love that.
And that's, I'm not the best at everything, and I'll far be the person that ever says that. But if you can network and you can find people, it's amazing that they come in, they share the vision of the team, and then the team flourishes. So maybe I am a little bit different than some leaders, and I am very operational, but I also have very much a holistic side as well.
You absolutely do. And I love everything that you've shared right there. That's just awesome. And yes, passion and about choosing team members that are going to fill the skill that you need. It's not necessarily anything else. And I love the way you did that. And that lady, that girl, she would have been absolutely beside herself that she got such an opportunity to work with you and your team. That's awesome. Thanks, Rob. I do have a question from our panel, if that's okay, or from our audience. What's been your experience with vulnerability? It's a great question, Jen. What's been your experience with vulnerability as a leader?
Okay, probably you can answer that, Alex, more than me. I guess my history, you know, I came from a pretty rough upbringing, pretty bad times. And Alex, I know we actually went to school together. So Alex knows that I probably have a lot of vulnerabilities, and I was homeless for a period of time, and lived in a car with a green plastic bag, and when I was young, and went to probably 11 different schools, and yeah, life was really tough for a long time. We were very, very, very poor and very lost, and a lot of people didn't want to be inclusive. They didn't want to. Robyn, I remember a lady, she said to me, "Don't be friends with that girl, because she's a loser."
Wow.
And I thought to myself, you know, you're not a loser, you're just in a bad situation. And you talk about vulnerabilities, and maybe that's why I understand people's vulnerabilities a lot more.
Yeah. Robyn, I just want to say thank you, and everyone says thank you for this, your vulnerable share. You know, you're incredible, and you know, another reason why we wanted you here today too, because you have so much to share, and everyone's saying thank you as well. And judgment is not our friend, is what someone's sharing too. What I'm hearing, Robyn, is, you see, it's interesting how our experiences in life, because we all have a hero's journey, and it's interesting how our experiences in life have blessed to where we are today. And how beautiful is it that the experience that you've had has made you into this incredible leader that you are today, because you are so holistic, because you get it, because you are inclusive. You know, you do not judge. And look, I mean, you've gone to Coles and you saw something incredible in this girl, and so you've employed her, you've taken her under your wing, and away she's gone. So, you know, you and I had a conversation a couple of weeks ago, and I said to you, I remember, if I may, with your permission, just ask, I said to you, tell me, how is it that you communicate with your team that gets them so close to you? Because, you know, and you couldn't answer that question, but here's the thing, it's your warmth. It's your warmth, and you have this beautiful warmth about you, and you can differentiate and distinguish yourself and be who you need to be at every area and aspect of your business, and still connect with your people.
Yeah, as long as you do that, as long as people know that when you get times like this, you get times like, you know, this environment at the moment, you know, some people just can't see the vision at the moment. They can't see the out of the situation. But I just want to let you know, as a person that's been in business for many, many years, you know, we've all had tough times. This is tough, but it's uncertain. And that's where people are so challenged, and people like me who had the whole year planned in Outlook for everybody, and you know, whether it's the children, whether it's my husband, whether it's my friends, everything was planned by the first week in January, and for the whole year, and possibly the year after. And all of a sudden, everything had to be deleted. And do you know how hard that is for someone that is so over the top organized? So I really struggled with that, and I must admit, I found it really tough there for a little while. So, and I still do, because I have to deal with this. It's the uncertainty. But I can only know that I looked back at the GFC, I looked back at the recession, I looked back at these things, and how quickly things just went bang, bang, bang. But things recovered. Yeah, things do recover, and you know, we will get over this.
Yes.
And I think we will get over this with some better understanding of people around us, and who we are, and who our friends are, and ring people. Don't bloody text, get on the phone, ring people. How are they going to ring other business owners? You know, are they doing okay? You know, I had a landlord a big client of mine, and he runs a massive company, and he's a hero. And he said, Robbie, he goes, I'm a bit down. He goes, after speaking to you, I feel much better. So,
awesome.
we will get through this. We will luck through, we'll have a good wine, we'll feel a lot better. And, but we'll look back with the children and we'll explain to them, as we're doing at the moment, young kids, it's difficult to be able to know what to say to them. And I've got a little one who's 7. But she says, Mummy, I just want to go out and see my friends. And so it's very challenging to be up when you've got a little kid that's saying, Mummy, why can't I go out? So, everyone's got these journeys at the moment. The good thing is business has become more mobile. I'm loving the fact that I can do this simple mind, and we've been doing mind mapping with the business owners and the teams. And I never would have been able to do this before. I would have had to get out the whiteboard and would have to go there. Whereas now we're doing this amazing mind mapping and we're revisiting it every week with these clients. They go, right, where are we at? And we're color coding things, and people are loving it. And I'm loving it because I'm seeing the journey, and I can see, I say, right, guys, I know this is where, let's just break everything up. And if you break it up, we'll get there.
That's awesome.
And turn your radio off, turn the news off. Just don't worry about it. Just focus on what you need to do, and break everything down, and just try and have a vision board, whether it's simple mind or something like that, or just have a whiteboard or a big piece of paper and just put everything in front of you. Then at the moment, I've got this massive screen here with a picture of the beach.
Nice.
I just want to go to the beach. I just want to find my happy place. And I think that as a leader, you've got to, each time look at what makes you happy. I know that every time you go through a tough time, have a picture of, I used to want a new car. I used to have a picture of my car there. I wanted to go and buy a beach house for years, and that was my goal. Every day I looked at it and I said, right, one day I achieved it. But have your vision, break it down, share your vision with people. Don't be afraid. Make it a bit of fun. And people think that, people will think that you're this or you're that. You know what? Yeah, they might, but they may not too. They might just say, you know what? She's had a bloody good crack at things. Let's all have a bit of a crack and just see how we go. You just got to run life like that, I think.
Oh, Robyn, you're awesome. You're awesome. You've said so many incredible things right there, and I cannot agree with you more. You know what? It is a tough time, and you're right. We've just got to look at the opportunities and what's going on out there. And thank you for sharing all of that and more, all of that and more. And I have some amazing comments, if I may share with you. People are just loving what you've shared here. Now, where are we? My goodness, you are the salt of the earth, Robyn. Thank you. That's beautiful.
I'll give you that $10 later.
Well done, Robyn. You're smashing it. And someone said, you're strong and you've got this. And it's about, and that's right. It's about certainty and empathy and a great leader. And that's exactly, who you're being. Like, you're being who you need to be in order to help move your people, but also yourself too. And you're cool with that. And someone shared, yes, people are challenged by uncertainty and sitting in uncertainty. But I think, Robyn, what you've shared and your key point is we've just got to move with it. We've just got to become behaviourally flexible and allow ourselves a time to feel shit about it. It's okay. And allow ourselves a time to feel scared about it. That's okay too. They're emotions, and we're human and we can lean in on our emotions, but don't stay there.
Yeah.
Then start moving, and so it's really, really, really key. Someone shared that you're very compassionate, and you've got so much compassion, and they're loving the conversation. And seek first to understand, person-centered focus. I love that. That's so cool. So that's fantastic. Wow, there's so many amazing comments here, Robbie. That's awesome. So wow, I think you've shared so many amazing things with us. So if I can just ask you a question, in terms of you've mentioned that you've sold and you've built many companies along the way. How did you grow, and what advice would you give to a leader right now even more, given the circumstances?
Well, one journey I've learned recently is about after selling my companies and, you know, getting out there and know who I am and what I really want and what I can achieve now. And, you know, I've been involved in networking things and meetings, and which are fantastic. Don't get too caught up in the, I have to ring someone because of that, or I have to do this. And I go back to, people have said to me, you know, I don't like to advertise what I do. I don't like it. I don't feel that I need to. People are sent to you because you are out there and you are speaking to people. But just when you ring people, and whether it's to get business and whether it's to grow their companies, just think about it from the heart, and people will just come along because they're all feeling it. And just don't be too worried about, oh, you know, yes, we've got that strategy. And you know what? You see me, Alex, in strategy mode, and I am very, very focused. You know, when I'm in strategy mode, I'm very quiet, and it'll just be on a mind map. It'll just be bang, 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 bang. And one of my previous employees, he used to laugh. He used to go, Robyn, he goes, I used to have things everywhere. And he said, Robyn, you're like that bloody movie, you know, that beautiful mind. He goes, your mind's all over the shop. It's here, it's there, but everything knows where it's going. And that, what I look for is, as a leader, I know every aspect. I can visualize every aspect, but bring it back and try and get every aspect on a separate channel. Bring it back to the channel and go, right, that strategy is at 55. I'm going to work on 57. When I'm with this person, I'm going to be at 32.
Wow.
So you have to train your mind to not let 57, you know, 55 to 32 mix. You've got to be able to really know that's that channel. I'll go back to that in a minute when I'm ready, but I'm going to park it.
Wow.
Tell people to park something, they really struggle with it.
Wow.
Oh, but this is happening and this is happening. And I go, I know that. Can we just park it over to that channel? And then can we come over to this channel? Can we just talk about this for a minute? And then people go, okay, I've got the permission to leave that for the minute. And I did that with someone yesterday, and she was, you know, not good. And I said, right, let's just park it for 1 minute. Let's go over to here. And they wanted to jump. But we, no. Let's bring it back to here and let's have a chat about this first. And then afterwards, she was like, okay, I see where we're going now. So
what a wonderful strategy. What a powerful strategy right there, Rob. I love that. I love all the channel analogy that you're using as well. And I think it doesn't matter how many channels you have. I love that. So sort of just park it and then go to the channel that's going to serve you at that moment and focus on that, and then finish that off, and then get to the next one that needs to serve you for the next step and the next step and the next step.
And even if you have to be as crazy as me, you know what? You get a book for every, you can't see the books, but you get a book for every channel. So, I had a
book you got,
or a grey book, and every time I want to be creative, I get that little book, and it's a beautiful little book. It's not just a Spirex. You've got to get one that looks nice. And that makes you feel good about that channel.
Absolutely. I love that, because that triggers certain emotions, doesn't it? So if it's pretty, if it's nice, if it really, you know, sort of stands out for you, it'll trigger different emotions, different feelings. That's great. I love that. And someone says a gorgeous book for each channel because you're worth it. Someone says, I'm
crazy. Sorry, Alex.
Okay.
People probably think I'm completely mad.
Oh, you're beautiful. I love it. And actually, they're saying I'm laughing with you, Robyn, because they do the same. That is so cool. And we love your kind of crazy, Robyn.
Thank you.
That's so cool. So, Rob, you know, we could probably have you on all day too. You're just so beautiful. And
I just feel sorry for the people at my 1 o'clock meeting.
Someone shared, you're validated my madness. You're not alone. Hilarious. That's so cool. Hey, so Robbie, in terms of contributing to business growth and all of the wonderful stuff that you've shared here today, how can people tap in with you? How can, aside from us sending all the, the emails and all the stuff, how is it that, what resources do you have available?
I really don't use a lot of resources. I just know that I'm happy to help people. So if people do, business owners, business managers, I'm more than happy to have a brief chat with people if they feel that they resonate and that I can assist them. You've got my phone number, email. I mentor a lot of people. So yeah, I'm happy to give back, and if someone would like me to come and have a look and meet with their team and just have a chat with them. Some clients, we just spend, an hour and a half once a week, and we just do some mapping and we have a chat and we work out what the strategy's like and just keep their businesses on track. So I'm more than happy to work with people to do that as well. It doesn't have to be real estate. Real estate is just what I've grown, but I'm finding that more and more as I develop, there's leadership is leadership, like you said the other day, Alex. So I'm here if it resonates and I can help people, more than happy to get people through this time.
Beautiful. You're so very generous. Thank you so much, Robbie. And some people are saying, so generous, Rob. Thank you. Love, love, love your energy. You make it so simple, and love that leadership is leadership. Very generous, Robyn. Thank you. And someone has also added, I can tell you'd be a truly effective leader. I can see others becoming empowered simply due to you and your wonderful leadership.
Thank you,
Robyn.
Thank you, guys.
You smashed it. I love it, love it, love it. You've been awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.